Well, you've heard about all the sales, right? You've heard about all the price reductions, whether it's online or in the real world. Now, credit card operators, they're going to get in on the action, too. Joining me now, Money Zen Wealth Management CEO Manisha Thakor. Thanks for coming on the show tonight. It's great to have you here. So credit card operators, they're out there and they're saying, hey, look, we are going to help you get the lowest price. How are they going to do that?
So the idea, Gerri, is to entice you to let your guard down as you're shopping by saying, don't worry, even if you buy something at this price at this point, if you find something lower at another store in the future, we're going to make you whole on that. And the idea, of course, is to get you to rack up more exchange fees for the credit card companies by letting your inhibitions down and spending wantonly.
You know, I love your take on this because the credit card operators call this price matching, right? So it sounds like it's a good thing. You go out there, you buy a big fancy pants HD TV, and you find it cheaper somewhere else. The credit card operator is going to be there to make you whole. But how do you make that happen? What do you have to do as a consumer to get the money?
Gerri, so you've hit the nail on the head. You actually have to do something if you find a difference. So you have to shop around, and then you have to document. And it'll depend on which credit card carrier you're using. Some will actually ask you to just log the purchase online and they'll double check, but others will go so far as to say, Gerri, I want to see your credit card statement, I want to see your receipt, and I want to actually get a note from teacher. I want the store manager in the new location with a lower price on letterhead to write that down and show me officially. Yeah, a lot of work.
I don't have time for that. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, I would just rather buy it cheaper first. Look, here's what we're talking about. I'm going to give a couple of real world examples here. The Discover program, for example, will refund a difference of up to $500 within 90 days. The monetary limit's $2,500. Citi has a program with a refund difference of up to $250 within 30 days. And finally, MasterCard is saying $250 within 60 days with monetary limits of up to $1,000. So are these programs brand spanking new this season, or have these been around and we just haven't noticed them?
So, Gerri, one of the things that you'll find is that financial companies tend to move in herds. So it's possible that in some regional markets, programs like this have existed in the past. But really, this is the first holiday season we're seeing this en masse. And my big concern about it is that it actually, as you referenced before, takes a fair amount of time, and I'm not sure that it actually benefits the consumer at the end of the day.
Well, what are your criticisms other than the fact that goodness knows how you're ever going to prove that you found a lower price, what that's going to take? What are your other criticisms?
You know, my biggest one, Gerri, it's like couponing. What it can do psychologically is make you feel like you have a get-out-of-jail-free card when it comes to spending, and that it's okay to let wild on your budget and not pay attention to the small details. And my concern is that because you might feel like you have this backstop, that you end up spending on things that you wouldn't have purchased otherwise, the same way you might when you're out couponing, unless you're very disciplined. So for the 10% of folks who are super intense about their budgeting, great. These are a super product for you. But for the other 90% of us, maybe not so much.
I can't imagine having to do this. I'd rather find the cheap price first. Manisha, thanks for coming on. Great points. Appreciate your time.
Good to see you, Gerri.